Hello everyone, myself Namrata Thakur, Senior Lecturer in the Department of Computer Engineering at Praveen Patel Polytechnic, Binder East. Welcome to the second part of the second chapter, Services and Components of the OS. I have already posted the first part, kindly go through it to revise your concept related to it. Students, we have already learned the different services along with the components of the OS in the first part of the second chapter. From this video, you will be able to understand the different system calls and different operating system tools. So let's start with the second part for the system calls and operating system tools. First of all, we will learn what do you mean by system calls. There is a question in your exam. Define system call and list categories of it. System call. Whenever you want to call the system services. Call means whenever you want to request the services of an OS, at that time you are using the concept called as a system call. For example, suppose you want to open a particular file. What you will do, student? You will go to the file. Suppose I'm using the MS Word. You will go to the file. You are clicking on the open. At that time, it will provide you the facility to open the file. If you want to save the file, again you are clicking on the same, and that particular file gets saved in your computer system. At that in this way, you are requesting some services of an OS, and that is called as a that open, close, save are called as a system call. The system call offers the services of an OS to the user via application program interface. It generally written in a C, C++, other languages. It provides the interface between the running program and operating system. Therefore, system call is simply used to request a system simply call the system for the different services. What are the different types of system call? There are five different system call category. First one is a process control, second one is a file management, third one is a device management, fourth one is a information management, and the last one is the communication. It is quite similar to the components of the operating system. Let's see one by one in detail what exactly means the types of system call. The first one is process management. Process management component we have already seen in the first part of the second chapter. What exactly that is? I already told you, clear the concept, revise the concept by watching one video, part 1. In that, process management is the activity of managing the different processes running inside your computer system, whether it's system processes or it's a user processes. Therefore, the system calls related to the process management are the process creations, process terminations, etc. The system call perform the task of process creation, process termination, etc. But how it is going to do that? It is going to do that by using the different calls. The different calls related to the process management are create the process, terminate the process, load, execute, and abort, wait and signal event, wait for time, get and set process attribute, allocate and free the memory. Create process. As the name suggests create process, it will create the process inside your computer system. Terminate process will terminate the already existing process by using the load and execute system call. The system will load that particular process in the memory for the execution. Execute is used to execute the particular process end and abort. Suppose you want to stop the complete execution of the process. At that time, you are using end system call, and whenever you want to forcefully stop the execution, at that time you are using abort. wait and signal event and wait for time. Whenever your process is waiting for different resources or different signal event, that means suppose my process is waiting for the printer. At that time, it will wait for that event. User will attach or user will enter into the printer properties. Get and set process attribute. You can right click on your program and your process, or you can get over there the different information related to the process. The system is using allocate and free. These are the two system calls which is used to allocate the memory for the execution of the process, and free once the process is ended, at that time free is used to free the memory. The second category of the system call is a file management. The system call which are required for managing the file in the sense the different manipulation operation like creation, deletion, reading, writing, etc. For that, the system calls are used, and that are nothing but the file management system call. The different calls are create the file. As you are aware of that thing, students, create is used to create a new file. Delete is used to delete the already existing file. Open and close is used to open the file which is already created, and once all the changes has done or once the file has been read, you can close that particular file by clicking on the close button, or by simply clicking on the close command. Read and write. Read is used to read the content of the particular file, and write is used to write into the file. Get and set the file attribute. You can right click on the file and you will get the different information related to the file. The next category of the system call is device management. The system calls which are required or which is used to manage the different IO devices, input output devices, that are the device management system call. It is used as written over here. Device management does the job of device manipulation like reading from the device buffer, writing into the device, etc. For that, we require the different calls like request and release device, logically attach or deattach the devices, read and write, get and set the device attribute, request the device and release the device. You are connecting the pen drive or printer in the system. That means we are requesting that particular device, and after your use, suppose you are using the pen drive, after your use of pen drive get completed, what will happen? Save to remove. That means you are releasing that device over there. You can logically attach or deattach the device also. Read and write. You want to read some information or some data which is already present in the device. Pen drive. In that pen drive, suppose you have a copy called as a co.fi.doc. You are reading the particular information of the same. That is the read operation. Write. Suppose you are doing some changes inside it. The write system call is used to write into the file, into the device. Sorry. Get and set device attribute. Get and set device attribute is used to getting the information related to the particular devices inside the computer system. You can click on the printer icon, go to the properties, you will get the different information like printer name, printer speed, printer type, etc. On your computer system. The next category is information maintenance. Information maintenance are the different system call which is used for managing the information inside the computer system. Therefore, see, it handles the information transfer between the OS and the user program. What are the different information system calls? The different calls are get and set the time date, get or set the system data, get process, device and file attribute, set process, device, and file attribute. So, as by reading these calls, you can easily come to know that whenever you want to get some information, you are using or some data of the system, you are using some system call, and that are nothing but the information maintenance system call. For example, if you are getting the date by clicking on the date settings, by clicking on the settings and after that going on the date and time setting, so here you can get and set the time and date. You can also get the different information of your computer, like what is the motherboard version, what is the RAM speed, um, how much, what is the size of the hard disk. This information you can get, or which Windows operating system you are using in your computer system, by using get or system data. For example, right click on the my computer, go to the properties, you will get the properties or the information related to the system. You can also get the different information of the different processes, files and device inside your computer system. That also comes under the information maintenance, as well as you can set the different processes, device and the file attributes. The last category of the system call is communication. These type of system calls are used for the inter-process communication. Inter-process communication means whenever the two processes want to share the data with each other, at that time some system calls are get used, and that comes under the category of the communication. The different system calls are create and delete the communication connection, send and receive messages, help OS to transfer the status information, attach and deattach the remote device, create and delete the communication connection. Suppose you are connecting to your Wi-Fi or you are connecting to the internet. You are creating the communication, and after that, after once your task get done, you are deleting that communication. Send and receive. You are using WhatsApp. In that you are sending the message by clicking on the send button, as well as you can receive the message by using the receive system. So send and receive are two system calls which is used for sending and receiving the messages respectively. You can check the status information. For example, you are checking the status online, busy, waiting, that are nothing but the status information. You can also attach or deattach the different remote devices. The next part and the last part of the second chapter is operating system tools. There are n number of operating system tools like user management, task scheduler, security policy, etc. Student, these things will be more clear to you in a practical session, that is how to perform user management, how to change the security concept, and how to perform the task management. I'm giving over here the theory part. We will see these things in a practical part afterwards. User management. As the name suggests, user management, whenever you are doing the managing or whenever you are doing management of the user in the sense whenever you are creating the user, deleting the user, or you are changing some properties related to the user, it will come under the category of user management. It will include everything from creating the user to the deleting the user in your system. Can be done under two ways in the Linux system. There you can also create into the Windows system also. In Linux system, you are using some graphical tool, as well as you can use the command line tool. That means there are different commands used, or there is a command called as a user add, user del, password, etc. to create the user as well as to manage the user. Or by using some graphical tool, you can also create the user and delete the user. In Windows, you are using the graphical tools also to create the user. Next one is the different security policy. The security policy helps the OS or functions of an OS helps in implementing the mechanism that will secure and protect the computer from the internal as well as the external malware. Therefore, the security policies are the procedure that can be implemented to protect the system. OS security protect the system and data from the threat, viruses, worms, malware, ransomware, backdoor, etc. Some, some of these areas include what are the different security policies. Therefore, there are some areas which include ensuring the system patched and updated regularly, or you can say that installing and updating the antivirus. This comes under the security policy. Installing the firewall, implementing the user management, use the protection method like password, etc. There are some access control policies also, like access control standard, password complexity, password change, user and network access control, user network access monitoring, workstation security standard, standard for removal organizing the equipment. This all comes under the security policy. The last one is a task scheduler. Task scheduler is used to perform the task at the scheduled time and the scheduled date. One can easily find the task scheduler by going to the tools. Therefore, if you are a Windows user, go to the control panel, administrative tools, and you can find the task scheduler. In Windows 7, Vista 8, one may find the task scheduler in the updated version. Thus, it makes the Windows user equipped with the best scheduler. In case of Linux, there is a cron daemon tab which runs the task in the background at the specific one. This file can be used to automate the backup system maintenance and other repetitive tasks. Therefore, if you want to schedule the task in the Windows, go to the control panel, administrative tools and the task scheduler. In Linux, we have different files for the same. We'll see this concept in detail in a practical part. Thank you. If you have any doubt, keep posting the same. Thank you.